Hello, everyone. Welcome to Building a Leadership Mindset podcast, where we have been celebrating all week long our 50 guests that have been on in a short amount of time. In only 3 months, we have had some amazing, phenomenal people on the show, and they're just doing amazing things, great things. And I am so happy to call them family and that they are a part of my life and they have been an inspiration. So this is my week to celebrate each and every one of them for the constant support. And we are going to start getting our guests on because we actually have a full house. If you haven't been watching or you haven't watched the days before, definitely go on YouTube, LinkedIn, and some of my Facebook pages, either on my personal page or on my Building a Leadership Mindset page, so that you can catch those in action because it has been absolutely phenomenal. So let's go backstage and we are going to bring up the amazing Tiffany Gay. Hello, love. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am blessed. I am blessed. Thank you so much, Tiffany. We met at our first speaker competition, which was back in May of 2022, where you just rocked the house and won first place for your trophy. Your speech was like absolutely phenomenal. Your story was phenomenal. And we've been attached ever since. I've been watching you. And I just had to have you on the show and become a part of my world as well. So, first and foremost, I just want to thank you for just being just amazing.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So, I just want to know, how was your experience on building a leadership mindset?
All right. So first of all, let me say thank you again for thinking about me and having me. And like you said, since we've met back in May, we've been attached. And you know how you meet people and you're just like, it's something about them. I just need to stay connected to them. Your spirit, your soul. I absolutely fell in love with it, Nikki. So just thank you for who you are. Thank you for doing this. Like to just think about doing this to highlight other people. I guess like who does that, Nikki?
Aw.
Thank you so much. I absolutely love that. Being on your show was an absolute phenomenal experience. And, I love talking about mindset. So I love your mission, your purpose, your passion, everything that you stand for, everything that you're doing. It was, a blessing to be able to share and drop some wisdom and give some information to build up your audience. So thank you. I absolutely loved it.
Thank you so much, all, for those kind words. And let me just tell you, I've been watching you, and you are a super powerhouse, dynamic speaker, and we speak the same love language. So, how could I not fall in love with you, Tiffany? I know you've been doing amazing things, and I love your mission from the struggle to the stage. Tell us a little bit about that in about a minute or so, and then we'll go into what you have coming up for 2023.
Yes, ma'am. And so from the struggle to the stage is really a saying that I came up with. And I think it resonates with anybody, men, women, young children, older adults, because I believe that in life, we will all struggle at some point. And there's this struggle, this hurdle, this volley, this obstacle that we will all endure. But at the end of the day, we can go from the struggle to a stage in our life where we have overcome, when we are resilient, where we bounce back and we are doing all those things that we dreamed of and we imagined to be. So not from struggling to a stage literally where lights are beaming down on you, but from struggling to a stage where you are rejoicing in victory.
That's awesome. Again, I love what you stand for and everything that you're doing because, we all have a struggle. And the whole point is not to stay in that struggle, it's to find our purpose within that struggle and that we absolutely make it happen no matter what. So, first and foremost, thank you. I just also want to say thank you for accepting my invitation to be a speaker at the January 14th online business mindset mania. I know you're going to bring that wisdom and we're going to fuel people that when they're after, their resolutions kind of dwindle down, we're going to put the fire back in them. So thank you so much. I'm super excited. But what else is it for you in 2023 that you have going on?
Yeah, so like you said, of course, your amazing show, your engagement that's coming up on January 14th. I have a lot of speaking engagements coming up. So I'm truly honored that people are planning their 2023 calendars and it has included me. So more traveling, doing speaking engagements. Currently, I've been invited or asked to be a part of an anthology. So later in the year, I will be a co-author in an anthology. So you all can look forward to that and just continuing to promote and get my current book out, which is From the Struggle to the Stage, is available now on Amazon. So just continuing to get that book out so that people can read a book that's really going to not just transform their lives, but transform their hearts, their minds, and their souls.
I love it. Definitely send me that link. I know you had posted it a bit back, but I'm definitely going to pick that up because we have to see and you have to listen to her podcast because her story is absolutely inspiring. It's moving. Like when I say we have no excuse to not go for our dreams, we absolutely have no excuse. Like we can be in that pity party for a minute and that's okay, but you have to lift yourself up. And, you know, she has a daughter, I have a son, and they're watching us. Our children are watching us, and this is why we do what we do. So I just want to thank you, Tiffany, publicly from the bottom of my heart, my sister, part of my ladies of leadership. Super excited to just be in community with you. I absolutely love you. Can't wait to see what 2023 has for both of us and beyond that. So thank you for your time. You have a
You're
great and
welcome.
wonderful day,
Oh,
and we'll
thank
be
you so
talking
much,
real
Nikki.
soon.
Love you so much. Thank you. Take care.
You're wel-
Bye
you're
bye.
welcome. Bye bye, love. Oh my God, we are just getting started, and I have to bring this gentleman up. He has, oh my goodness, he is the angel to everything that I have created this year. He started the fire, and I know he's pressed for time because he just picked up our very good friend from the airport yesterday. So he's taking her out, getting ready for our business boot camp where we are launching our book with some of the other people that's going to come up. So I just want to bring up my friend, my family, my hermano, Emilio Roman. How are you?
Wow, just can you hear me okay? Can you hear me?
Yes,
You
you're
know,
good.
just hearing you and Tiffany, uh just and then the way you were introducing me, just I'm a bit overwhelmed because there's a lot of blessings in my life and you have been that for me, and I'm glad that I in some way have been able to help you and to see where you're at today, to see what you're doing. You already doing great things, Nikki, but to see you shining and this vibrancy and this impact, it just warms my heart. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, it just took one question for me to absolutely fall in love with everything that you're doing is that you asked me, what was your story? What is your story? And believed in my story and believed that my story needed to be heard. And it was a wrap from there. We have not been separated since then. We have traveled together. We have been in community together. And I just want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Don't make me cry.
I know.
I
This is the last thing I was expecting, Lord. But thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you're absolutely welcome. No, don't be sorry. But yeah, I'm just in awe of what you do. You are a true leader. You have inspired me to do many things that I have done. You have been a great coach. But tell me about your experience on Balm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, Nikki, again, I was on a show this morning, or rather, I was on a call, and it was about leadership, right? And that's what your program is about. And it was Dr. Obama Bowling said leadership to him is an attitude, right? And it's an attitude of responsibility. And that's what I see with you. That's what I see everything that you've put together is that you've taken on this responsibility, that it is your mission, it is your calling to connect with other leaders and help elevate them. And that's what I'm just so taken back that I've heard you say a number of times that you've expanded your network by not just 5 or 10, but like literally hundreds of people since we've connected. And I'm just like, wow, the ripple effect, the lives that you've touched. And you just said something when you were with Tiffany that you know that when you're on, your children are watching. And that's your why. That's your why. And for me, being a part of your community has really made me look and go, yes, I'm doing this with Nikki and other authors, but I got to keep my game up here because, you know, like what you're doing. And when you thank Daniela and I can't help but saying, I look to you, right? I look to you for strength. There's days where, you know, it's tough for me, you know, because there's so much that's going on. So what you put out there and the people that you're associating with, I lean on you. I lean on your belief. So I thank you for that and your leadership.
Thank you so much, Emilio. Oh my God, you're gonna make me emotional. So yes, since we connected, actually it's because of you that me and Tiffany connected, and a lot of the people that have been on the show that are coming up on the show. And I can't just thank you enough, and I'll continue to thank you over and over. But what do you have? What is it that you do really quick, and that what does 2023 look like for you?
Amen. So 2022 is ending strong. And again, it's because of the people like you that we've helped to share their story. You're launching your book with us along with 14 other authors. And we're just mind blown and blessed to have that. In 2023, we're going to continue to do that along with helping authors achieve much more success and much more impact, much more influence through their stories.
Yeah, so if you need to tell your story, which you do, and you want to get it out there in a book, Emilio Roman, Co-Author Network, Ama, when I say that he goes above and beyond to the moon and back for you every step of the way, all the connections, I'm just going to say it. Since we've been connected, I've had connections with over 800 people to date in 7 months. And it's continuing to grow with all the other leaders that are coming up, and even, you know, through the CLA and our sponsor with Jose Escobar, which he will be up very soon, which I'm super excited about, you know, the mission that, you know, even that connection, you know, I met him for the first time again, May 14th. And I will always say that that is my lucky number. That is the day that it all started for me. And I don't know if I've ever told you, but for a quick second on that day, I felt so intimidated to even be in that room and ask myself, why am I here? Like, what can I offer to this community? And when I just look back at the post that I posted today, and I'm going to get teary, I was like, that is where I was meant to be that day. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. And I would be remiss if I did not say who's helped me, who's been my rock too. You know, my beautiful, supportive wife, Daniela, she's put up with all my crazy ideas from the big ass trophy. Every time I said, babe, I got an idea. She's like, what is it now? Right? And so today, all of you are blessed. And I'm looking at your trophy on the side there. How beautiful. Congratulations again. And
Thank you. I'm about to upgrade.
Yes, you know, I know that's right. And so, again, I thank you for this opportunity. But again, it's been people like Daniela Roman. It's been people like Jose Escobar, who I keep saying I'm older than him, but I look up to him as a big brother because there's been times where I had to lean on him, you know, for his spiritual guidance. And so, again, while we are impacting people in a big way, this thing goes full circle. So I couldn't do it without you. And I'm going to continue to lean on you and your leadership. And I love you so much, Nikki. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much. I love you back. And, you know, I'm here for a lifetime. We are attached at the hip. Like I tell each and every person that, you know, comes into my community. It's all about longevity with me. It's going to be hard to get rid of me. So thank you so much for your time. I know you have to go.
And is it okay? Is it okay if I interrupt? My wife
Yes.
just came in. She just came in. We were just talking about you and how much.
I'm sorry.
Tell her, baby. We were just saying how much, Nikki. I was just saying how much I couldn't do this without
how
you.
much we
Okay?
love you.
I love you.
I love you. Thank you so much. You guys just are amazing. And I can't wait to see you guys in a week so we can celebrate together. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Much love to you
Thank
guys.
you, Corazon.
Take a screenshot.
She's on the live right now. She's on the live.
I love
Yeah,
it.
yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was live. I thought
Yes.
this was back.
No, we're on a
Oh.
I guess that word live means live. Okay.
Yes, but I did get the screenshot, so I'll send it to you.
Thank you, guys. Listen, thank you,
you.
Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank
Love
you. You guys have a great one. Love you back. Oh my goodness, he made me cry. I absolutely love them. They are a power couple who are just helping so many people. And we are going to keep it going because we have some amazing, amazing people that have continued to touch my life. And we are going to Deborah Smart, which is Love Smart Lady. Hey, love, how are you?
Hello, hello, hello. I am awesome. I'm glad I'm not crying because I got mascara on. I don't want that black stuff to run down my face.
See, I made
no
sure I
fair,
just put
no
the lipstick
fair.
on. I made sure I just put the lipstick on. That was it. But how are you, love?
I'm doing awesome. I am really so thankful to be a part of this whole celebration. And I thank you for inviting me when B.A.L.M back in November. It was way back in November. And I just thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy being with you. And I remember the first time I set eyes on you. Do you
Yes,
remember?
that was May 14th,
That's exactly
2022.
right. And I was manning the computer, and you and your son were sitting next to me.
Yes, yes, I was just going to bring that up. You see, great minds think
Great
alike.
minds work alike, yeah.
Yeah, you did amazing that day. You definitely made sure that everything was on point, that people were getting the experience virtually, I mean, you can never feel the electricity in the room because it's always about it just was amazing. It was the first time I ever been in community with you guys, and that little thought, that little voice in our heads that we tend to let drive us, we have to learn how to smack it away and just do what you're there to do. God put you there for a reason. But I was just blessed to get to know you, blessed to have you on my show. You are one smart lady. You're doing amazing things. What does 2023 look like for you?
Oh my goodness. As you know, in March, I lost my husband. We were married for 13 years. This was not my first time as a widow. This is my second time actually as a widow. So for 2023, my focus is finding joy. And that's what I've been blessed to be able to do this whole year, moving from one organization to the next. May 14th. Actually, I was on Emilio and Daniela's show in January, which opened the door for me to meet all of these wonderful people, including yourself. And then I was on the May 14th live in person, helping out and meeting Raul. And with Raul and Michael was a photographer. Between the three of us, we really had things going as a team, and we had just met for the very first time. So that just shows the dynamics of what the Lord does when he brings the right people into the right room. And that's what my goal is for 2023, is to help people with their mindset to be open to receive the right people at their table, especially authors and aspiring authors, and those who may have books. And now they have to realize, hey guys, you're in business now. So the one smart lady, and guess what? I'm changing my name to make it a lot easier for people. So I changed my name from Deborah to Deborah when my first husband died, to thank the Lord for getting us through 20 years of marriage. It was a very, dynamic, ups and downs. So I wanted Deborah as a thank you. And that's why I insisted on people calling me Deborah. Well, now I'm changing it from Deborah to just Deb. I will be known as Deb Smart. So the title would be Get Deb Smart. Remember Get Smart, this TV series?
I love it.
You like it?
I do. It's different.
So I will be known as Deb Smart, the one smart lady in publishing. So that's my joy, that I'm, and it's all inside of us. And I've learned how to tap into that reservoir because of my faith and believing that whatever, and we talked about this on the show, when I was on your show, about mindset and really the importance of becoming the leader in your life. Don't just sit and follow every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You have to know where you want to go so you can be led by the right group and team of people.
Absolutely. And don't accept what you think is your destination. Really tap into your gifts, your talents, and just one main thing, start getting outside of your original circle and get in spaces with these amazing people, because it has been, when I asked God this year, God, I want community. And I posted it this morning on my page where it says that in New Year's, I will be having tears of joy. And let me tell you, when I asked for community, I was poured. He poured it all around me, and I just had to accept this. So you better believe I will have tears of joy once that ball falls. It strikes midnight, because that's what it was all about. I feel
Yeah.
like this year was my breakthrough year, and thank you so much for being a part of it, for being in community. You are absolutely amazing. You have a sister for life. You're also in the Ladies of Leadership, which will get you on really soon. I can't wait. Thank you so much for your time. And I want to publicly just tell you thank you.
Nikki, thank you. You have been an inspiration, because when I met you on the 14th, you were very shut down. You were this vibrant person that we see here today. You have grown so much in front of us. It's like, I don't have children, but I can imagine a mama watching her daughter just blossom and grow. And you have brought so many wonderful people into the community, the right people into the community. I don't remember. I mean, I'm not in on every meeting, but I don't remember hearing any bickering coming from that side of the fence. And it's wonderful. And you have a wonderful son. I watched him there, and I didn't know who he belonged to until we finally got to know who each other. But he was very you've done a great job, and just continue doing it. And as Tiffany, was it Tiffany that says our children are watching, or that might have been something, that might have been another interview.
Yeah, that was my response, that
Yeah,
our children are watching.
Yeah, children are watching, definitely. And and one of the things, was it Tiff? See, I've been on so many interviews, I don't remember who it was, but someone had talked about I remember, it was this morning we were on talking about the book that's coming out next week, the anthology Behind Closed Doors. And one of the young women had said that she talked too much, and so do I. So I've learned how to just take a deep breath and put a fist in my mouth and just wait for the next question.
Thank you so much, love. I'm going to put you back in the green room, but we're going to bring you guys all out at the end. I absolutely adore you. And I will see you at Business Boot Camp too, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll be there.
Okay. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much, love. Give me one quick second. I'm new at this here on my phone. So we are going to go to Miss Self-Love, which I absolutely adore. And I have to... Hi, how are you?
Hey, Nikki! Oh my goodness, I'm excited to be here. I'm glad to listen. I'm glad I was able to hear. Deborah, I hope I said the name right. I know she said she changed the name.
Deborah. We're gonna call her Deb now.
Deb and Emilio. I was glad I got to see them. So I'm excited. I'm happy to see you.
Yes, love. We met the same day. I'm telling you, May 14th. 2022, Miss Self-Love. And the first thing she said to me after my speech in the speaker competition, when we were eating lunch, we were by the door, like the entrance, and she just asked me, she's like, "Are you an Aries?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." And then she's like, "I knew it." And, we share that in common. Power to our Aries. I absolutely love you. Since then, we have been connected through the manifestation hour, and I just want to thank you, because this podcast would have not started if I didn't go through your training. And you just said, right on training, do your first video or do your first podcast. And I did it, and here we are 50 interviews later. So I want to publicly thank you for that. And how are you?
Well, first of all, I'm here because you're an Aries, number one. That's why I show up to any interview you invite me to. I don't do interviews, but I do them for Nikki. But yes, thank you for being you. I've watched you grow and glow. Like, Aries sisters are supposed to do. We got to be out here growing and glowing. We're leaders. Everyone's a leader, but Aries, you know, we're the leader of the zodiac sign. So we got to show up.
I love your energy.
Oh my goodness. But I'm excited to just be here with you. Anything you do, I'm showing up. I'm showing up.
Thank you so much. Well, you were on my show. Tell us a little bit quickly what you do and how was your experience on the show?
Wow. I'm Miss Self-Love. I am your heartbreak specialist. I help people move past their breakups and get back to self-love. I have a podcast called A Breakup is a Wake Up that now has over 150,000 downloads. And now I've been helping entrepreneurs grow and make money with their podcast. So Nikki was in there and she has an amazing podcast. She gets it. She gets to keep going. She's using her podcast. I love to see people not only start their podcast, but use their podcast and make money with their podcast, because having a podcast can make an impact. So congratulations on that. And the show was amazing. Nikki knows how to interview. Nikki is a great interviewer. So I was excited. I felt comfortable with her. I felt comfortable with the questions. She actually did research. She does research on you before she interviews you to make sure the interview is comfortable. So you're amazing. You have a great podcast. And yeah, the show is great. You're great. So I'm excited to always be on anything you do.
Thank you so much, love. And what does Miss Self-Love have going on for 2023?
All right, so it's two things going on. So we're doing the Manifest Your Dream Client program. It's Manifest and my business best. You guys know Miss Manifest. We all met. A lot of us met at the Emilio's event. Yep. So all of us have met. So we're doing the Manifest Your Dream Client program, helping entrepreneurs manifest their dream clients. And that is a collab that I'm doing with her. On my own, I have my dating program now, and I help people get their partners within 30 days or less. So that has been going well. I am going to a wedding soon. One of my clients has got manifested, actually have gotten a partner in less than 30 days, and they're getting married, and I'll be at a wedding soon. So that's really exciting. So those are two things I'll be going in for 2023.
That is beautiful. Well, congratulations on everything you're doing. And again, for accepting me and inviting me into the manifestation hour and everything you do, and to be able to see my journey and also be able to see your journey. And Miss Manifest couldn't be here today. She's not feeling well. So send her my love.
I am.
I absolutely love her. She has been a huge, huge part of my growth as well. Her strategies, her tools, whatever you guys put together, those ingredients, I'm telling you, if you're lacking in certain areas, just the small strategic manifestation tools that you need, definitely connect with Lori Crosby, also known as Miss Manifest, and Charmaine Floyd, also known as Miss Self-Love. I want to publicly thank you for being a sister, for being a friend, for being a partner, and I absolutely love you, and I can't wait to see what the rest of our lives have together. So I'm not going to say 2023 because it doesn't end there.
That's right. I love you too, Nikki. Thank you for having me on here. Keep having me on everything you do. I'll be here.
Thank you so much, love. I'm going to put you back in the green room if you have to go.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great day. If not, stay to the end and we'll bring you back on, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, love. Oh my God, my cup is just filling up here. I'm going to go with Miss Anilda Davila. How are you?
Happy holidays, feliz Navidad, amor, ¿cómo estás?
I am well.
So great to connect with you. I'm telling you, I remember the first time we met, and I'm flabbergasted just watching you like you're a beautiful butterfly, but now you're like spreading your wings in a way that is just amazing. I mean, this year has been kind of difficult for me and my family because of my brother's condition. He's still in the hospital as we speak. And so I've been like a little bit away from everybody because of that, and not being able to do the kind of things that I would like to do. But I started to like listen to the podcast and all the stuff that you've been creating with women, and it gives me such a pleasure to know that you're in that position to do what I love the most, which is see another woman empowering other women, because that's what we need to do in this world. We need to help one another, be there for one another,
Thank you so
and
much,
share our knowledge.
Anilda. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Me and Anilda connected through the Connected Leaders Academy. We decided to set up a virtual coffee, and our first conversation was it's usually what, a half an hour. I think we were talking for about an hour or more, and we just connected. Your story was empowering. I said we need to have you on the podcast, tell your story. So definitely, as I'm stating this, please go to anchor.fm / building leadership mindset, and listen to all of my guests' stories, because they're
Hmm.
impactful. They're going to get you to the next level. They're going to get you out of your head, because there is no reason or no excuse that we can't build the life that we really want for ourselves. So, and I just want to also thank you for instilling something in me and giving me the opportunity when you referred me to Austin Haynes for Flashpoint 4.0. That was, I mean, I was on my 20-year wedding anniversary in Mexico when I got the call. And I said, well, who referred me? And he said, Anilda. And I'm like, wow, we just had one conversation. And to know that I made an impact that instantly, I just knew that I'm just continuing to be of service for anyone that, comes across me, and that you were able to see that. So I absolutely love and adore you for that. And I want to thank you publicly for that. So
Thank you.
tell us, you're very welcome. Tell us about your book that's coming out, or that came out already. Did it come out, or it's coming out?
Well, that's part of my frustration. It seems like it's taking longer than expected. I know the digital version of it is already available for those who want it, but the hard copy, we're still working on the last details of it. The publicist has some situation during this past months, so hopefully we'll reconnect again in January. And my my goal would be to have it published already by February 14. The title of my book is Imagine Living on Vibrant Energy, which is the acronym for love. And what a better day to pick that February 14, probably, because like when I connect with people like you, that's what I see. People have to tap into that vibrational force that we all have inside of us, which is love. And love is the beginning of knowledge. When you have a loving heart, that's it. That's the beginning of everything, of the strength and the power that we have within us. And I saw that in you, and that's the reason I recommended to Austin, because what he's doing is powerful. He's an amazing human being, and I know that is nothing but growing once you connect with you and Austin. So I wish you
Thank
both
you.
much success.
Thank you so much. And we actually had our breakthrough moments together. So the experience that most of us, and a lot of us are here today, that we experienced that weekend, which was so magical, so beautiful. And I was in awe to be able to again be in a room where at this point I knew that I was meant to be there. So this community, the CLA, AMA, and B.A.L.M, and everything else that I'm a part of, has truly been life changing. And to be in community with you and Nelda, and to continue, and even Ladies of Leadership, you're one of our founding members.
Mhm.
Can't wait to see you on and see what we can do and what we can make happen for 2023, besides the book that we want to come out. And I loved your acronym, and we talked about that on your
Mhm.
podcast. What else do you have for 2023? Do you have a word? What is your mission?
Well, I guess the word would be perseverance. I know that when I connected with all of you, I was in my way to retirement. And I thought that was it, that my work was done. I worked for the community for a lot of years. And then when I decided to share my book, I just did it for as a legacy, and to leave something for my family. And not only that, but also help those who were probably struggling with that condition. Is a book describe vividly the experience a person have going through the periods of bout of depression, and people would understand, individuals will understand better their family members or anybody, their friends that might be going through that, by reading this book, they would understand the symptoms. They would understand, what the person is experiencing and how difficult it is to go through that journey by themselves. And at the same time, they will acquire modalities and tools and strategies that I integrate into my own lifestyle to be able to overcome and get out of that darkness, that period that I experienced in my life when I was a young adult. So hopefully I'll be able to hold the book in my hands soon and start maybe conducting book chats. I just came across a life coach that came to do an event here where I reside now in Delaware. And the title was Beginning the Life You Really Want to Live. And amazingly, I was the only one there. Nobody showed up. And I said, well, I guess it was meant for me to connect with you and maybe we can collaborate and create something. So hopefully that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe start all over again. You guys are giving me, that push that I needed to understand that, life is not over until you take that last breath. You have to continue to be there for others. And I know that with my book, a lot of people will start the difficult conversations that needed to be had in terms of mental health and mental wellness, and what do you call it? And eradicate the stigma around that topic. So hopefully that will be one of the things. And of course, I'm going to be traveling before I get too tired to carry my luggage.
Yes. Well, thank you.
So that would be
so happy for you.
Maybe create a book tour or something like that. Who knows?
Yes, absolutely. Why not? We can do it all. We can do whatever we put our heart to and get the word out there and make it happen. And I send prayers and my sincere love to your brother and hope that everything works out.
Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. If you need anything, definitely call me. You have my direct number. And
no, we'll be connecting this.
Yeah,
I definitely will be connecting. He's back in rehab, so we're feeling a little better. Less stressed about what was happening. We were not sure what would happen, but he's a little stronger now. So hopefully we get back to our own lives now. Thank God.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, just stay strong. Keep on your mission, and I just want to again just publicly thank you for joining the B.A.L.M family, for continuing your support, and just know I'm here to support you as well. Absolutely love you. You're so welcome. So I'm going to put you back in the green room. We're going to get someone else out. Hold on, and then we'll bring you guys at the end, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, love. So we are going to go to my hometown, Chi-Town, which she's probably not there right now, but I absolutely love this queen. I just only met her 2 months ago. Was it 2 months ago? Yes, 2 months ago. Micheline Monique, how are you, beautiful? You're on mute, love.
Still learning to work this. I'm amazing. How are you?
I am well, just blessed with my beautiful and wonderful community. We met for the first time at Flashpoint 4.0, where we locked arms with a lot of, those people that were there that day. We walked up the steps together. You drove. Did you drive?
I did.
You drove all the way from Chicago to city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. And I am so blessed that I was able to lock arms with you and see your mission for your silent fight. And it was absolutely amazing. How are you? And how was your experience on the show? Because I know you have your own show, which we'll talk about in a minute.
My experience, let me just piggyback on what everybody else says. Excuse my voice, guys. You're just amazing. I just want to be a part of whatever it is that you do. And just like the young lady said with the red shirt, I'm not sure who she was.
Anelta. She was at
not Anelta, the other lady, the other young lady that was at
Tiffany.
Not Tiffany, the other one after that. However, you are a person that you just got to show up. When you call and say it's time, you just got to show up because you lead with love. And that's a part of my mission. So I just love that how you love on everybody around you. You love blindly. So my experience with you is always so amazing. is so amazing. You always keep me wanting to come back for more. So when you tell me it's time to show up, I got to show up.
Thank you so much, love. I absolutely appreciate that. And I know that even like, I think it was like a week after our connection at Flashpoint, you asked for me to be on your show. And that was an absolute honor, again, for you to see my heart, my mission, and, talk about those topics. I think I was on your show twice, actually.
I think so.
Which I absolutely love what you're doing. Talk to us a bit about the silent fight and your mission on that.
Well, I have a podcast on Facebook and YouTube. It's called The Silent Fight. And my reason for starting The Silent Fight was I wanted to create a safe space so we can come together as a community and talk about topics that we think that we're dealing with alone, and just have resources and love and support. So The Silent Fight was born, and it gives people a voice.
I love that. That actually drew me, because that's what I'm about. I'm about shaking people and saying your voice needs to be heard. You not literally shaking them, but really just pouring into them and just showing them that there's so many possibilities and your story needs to be told so that you can bless someone else, because it's not for you to hold. It's for you to go through in order for you to be that blessing to someone else. So I love your mission. I love what you're doing with that. I've been watching you. And I am continuing to watch you. You're part of Ladies of Leadership, another founding member who we are about to do amazing, amazing things in 2023 and beyond.
Yes.
So I just want to thank you for everything. But what does your 2023 look like?
So my 2023 looks like more networking, more public speaking, just building out my community. I'll be rolling out my coaching program. I'm in the process of writing my book. Just like Nikki said, I just transitioned to a new state. I haven't announced what state yet, but I'm no longer living in Illinois. So me and my children are transitioning over. So I will be a resident of another state, and I plan on going there and planting my flag, because the things that I have learned here, I know that I can make an impact there. So I'm just ready to get this thing going and just meet as many people as I can and just get my voice heard.
I am so excited for you. And I am here 24/7. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want to bother you because you're too busy. You're doing all these things. And let me tell you, I'm never too busy to answer a text, to pick up a call, especially when it comes to my community. I just prioritize, and I just make sure that my people are taken care of. So whatever you need, just let me know. I'm no longer in Chicago either. I've been in Philly for 20 years, but that's always going to be our hometown.
Yes.
So I love that we share that. I love that we just are doing things. And I just, again, want to publicly thank you for just being your awesome self, and for being my sister, and doing community with me and with all our other ladies of leadership.
I love it. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's such an honor. It's such an honor.
Thank you, love. So I'm going to put you back in the green room, and then we're going to get someone else. And I think I'm going to Canada with my dear friend, Al-Karim. How are you?
I am amazing. How are you?
I am well. Al-Karim, we also connected through the Connected Leaders Academy. We had our virtual coffee. It was absolutely amazing. Your story also inspired me. I needed to make sure that people were hearing it, and you came on the show, and it was an absolute blessing. And let me tell you, I don't just do the show to only highlight for everyone, because I want to make sure that, my community gets that exposure and what they're doing, but I also do it for myself as a learning tool. I go back, I rewatch it, I take my notes, and I run with it. So I just want to thank you for your wisdom, and for everything you do. We can talk for hours, but let us know how your experience was.
So you're right. We met on Connected Leaders Academy, and I remember it was a mastermind. And I looked at you and I go, "Oh my goodness, There is this energy, and I'm an energy practitioner. So whether it be virtually or in person, you can just sense that energy. And I think somebody said that, there's something about you, I don't know, it's a combination, that integration of fusion of love, empathy, purpose, um, just guidance, light, that comes to mind. Those are the words that come to mind. And I remember you were planning to do this project, and I think Deborah said, you were the shy person, and I see you today, and I'm like, oh my goodness, if there's ever a catapult that's turned into a butterfly, Nikki is it, right? It's amazing. And so I think I was first or second person that you interviewed for the BALM. I think it had not really gone live, but it had gone live. And I'm like, wow, this is so incredible. What really got me was, it was not scripted. It was from the heart. And your memory is just incredible. You remembered every detail that we had in our virtual coffee. And today you remember our conversation. And I'm listening to all these people going through today. And I'm like, that doesn't come from somebody who is not authentic. That only comes from true authenticity.
Goodness. Wow. Those were some strong, powerful words. I've never heard it that way. Al-Karim, thank you. Thank you so much I've never seen it that way, but yes, I definitely do my due diligence. It's definitely my passion to make sure that your stories come out. And I love doing it organically. I love doing it very authentic, not scripted. I don't give you any questions. And I make sure that we have that conversation, that it's as comfortable. I think that was the theme throughout the week, that people were, the feedback I was getting was that I made it comfortable. It was just like we were just having a regular chat. And I'm glad that, people felt that, and I was able to exude that for you guys, because that was my mission. And that continues to be my mission. But tell us a little bit, thank you so much. And tell us a little bit about what you do. I know you talk about energy and stuff like that. And, your story is absolutely phenomenal. So again, I'm going to repeat, you need to watch or listen to each and every podcast of each and every 50 guests that I have and beyond, because we have a schedule coming up for 2023 that are just powerhouse hitters, just as the first 50 have been. So let us know just a little bit about what you do, and what does 2023 look like for you?
Yeah, I call myself an entrepreneur, and that's a word that a lot of people don't hear, right? But I've been through that business world as an entrepreneur, and I went through the major setback. And I'm not going to give it over here because I want them to go and listen to the show, because that's what they should be doing.
Exactly.
And that change that happened for me really changed the way I live my life today. And I call that a setback. And those setbacks are actually just wake-up calls from the universe. And so what I help you to do is to look at that from an internal perspective, and not having to constantly rush into changing the external. And as an entrepreneur, if you look at your inside, the outside will just work itself out. The struggle will be a lot less. And so through my programs, through my information that I share, that's what I do, to help people to make sure that not to go through the path traveled by everybody else. Use that common phrase, the path less traveled. The path less traveled is actually the least resistant one. And so if we can look at our setbacks as not to totally redefine that word setback, right? We look at the word setback and we say, oh, it's something bad. It's something that happened to us. We start blaming others for it. But what if you were to redefine that word setback and say, you know what? It's actually a check-in at a period in time. And then we choose the path that's less traveled, that's of less resistance. And that's how I get you there.
Yes, I tell you, we can talk for hours. When I listen to Al-Karim, I'm like, oh my God, I need a pen, a paper, a notebook, because it really makes me think, like, not looking at it at those perspectives. Sometimes we're so conditioned of, just that automated thought of why our life is the way it is, right? But we're not really digging deeper into those thoughts. And that's what Al-Karim does. He makes you go there, which I absolutely love. So you definitely have to watch his podcast. And what does 2023 look like for you?
So I'm really excited for 2023. I think that's going to be a year for change for me. I think this is the year that I hope to blossom like you have blossomed, and do things that are again a little more outside of my comfort zone, because it takes time. We want this Nescafe solutions in our life, and not everybody gets those, right? Some people do, and they see your podcast and they go, wow, 50 interviews, that's great. The work that's been done behind it is not being seen necessarily, right? And so I think all the last 4 or 5 years of my life have been these puzzles that have been coming together. And so 2023 is going to be a year that comes together as a full picture. So I'm really excited. You met Emilio a while earlier. I'm part of his anthology, so I'm really looking forward. I believe you were in there as well. And
Yes,
so I'm really looking forward to being part of this whole new community of authors and stuff like that. So that's that. I am also trusting that I will write my own book. It's going to be called Setbacks to Triumph, which is going to be the journey of mine of how I've taken setbacks and moved them into more triumph, and how everybody can do that. And then I want to follow your pathway, as we spoke when we did that. I want to start a podcast. I want to be able to invite a community without any judgments, without any speculations, without any rejections. Just come and let's talk. Let's talk about what it means to those setbacks are, because not everybody out there is going to be able to sign up for a contract right away of some coaching or some sort of a change in their life. But let's offer this to people so that, Mother Teresa says you put one pebble in a lake and it creates a ripple effect. I think all of us have those little pebbles in different lakes, and each lake eventually ends up to the ocean, and we're big ocean energy, if I call it, the big universe. So let's all connect in different ways to get to that ocean, so that everybody lives in a joyful world that we've been looking for.
Awesome. I'm excited. So that means we need another virtual coffee to get your podcast up and running. I'm
Absolutely.
definitely here for you 100%. Thank you so much, Al-Karim. You have been a blessing more than you know. Your inspiration is just infectious. And again, it's each and every guest that's been on my show, each and every one of my connections, even if they have not been on my show yet, has touched me in a way and has given me ideas to just grow myself. And that's really what networking is, and what community is how can you become your better self. You're not copying anyone, you are not duplicating anything, because everyone has their own, as coaches, we still have a different demographic that we serve, and we can all be that
Right.
impact in someone else's life. So I just want to thank you
Absolutely.
so much with
Thank
everything that
you.
you're doing. I can't wait to read that book. So get to writing, because we need to have it. So thank you. I'm going to put you
Thank
back in
you.
the green room. You're
Appreciate
so
it.
welcome. And I'll bring you back shortly.
Yes.
Let's see, how do we do this? There we go. Oh my goodness. So I am going to bring this amazing gentleman from my Business Leaders Network community. I absolutely love him and what he's doing. Mr. Michael Villines, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I am well. I'm so happy that you can make it. I know we were trying to get the schedule right, and you're here. So I'm super blessed to have you. I'm super blessed to have met you face to face, and not just in this little box that we're in right
Right?
now. We had an awesome time about almost 3 weeks ago in Virginia. Again, we are part of the Business Leaders Network. Michael, how was your experience on B.A.L.M?
My experience on B.A.L.M was amazing. Your I didn't realize that with your personality and how you are when I met you at the networking. I was expecting this way taller, like bigger person, but because your personality and the joy and all that vibrates through you so much that you give this larger than life personality.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I am an even 60 inches, 5 feet tall. That's it. That's what you get with Nikki, right? But oh my God, Michael, your story was so inspirational, and you are a true definition of why we can quit no matter what. There's no excuse in this world that can stop us from going for our dreams, for our mission. Just tell us a little bit about, what you experienced and where you're at now.
Just what I experienced was just it was just somewhere that I could tell my story. I could be me. I could just go through everything that I've experienced in life and talk about it and help out others and share my story, so that somewhere, someplace, in some corner that we don't know, somebody's listening, that somebody, they can find some joy, some hope that, hey, everything isn't as bad as I think it is, and I can get better and I can improve, and that my whatever I have going in life, that it isn't my story, that I can be bigger than whatever happened to me.
And can you tell us just your story, just a smidge in about a minute?
Yeah, in 2018, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I took my diagnosis, and instead of becoming a victim of my diagnosis, I chose to not let my diagnosis define me. And I learned and I grew from it. And now I empower others so that they can get better and that they can take the same steps, and that they can improve and get better no matter where you are, whether you have multiple sclerosis or not.
Thank you so much for that. And we will bring you back up in just 1 second with your 2023. I'm going to bring up Jose Escobar, who is the sponsor through the Connected Leaders Academy of this beautiful and amazing podcast that you have been checking out all week long. And you have to go back and listen to this man's story as well. Hey, Jose, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you? I already know you're doing great, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
I am doing fabulous. I am just all filled up. We met as well. Well, we actually had our first virtual coffee on May 13th, which was the day before we met face to face. And you told me about the Connected Leaders Academy and what your mission was, which I knew after 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm in, sign me up. I'm ready to run this with you. Whatever it is you have going on, I want to be part of your community. So I just want to thank you for accepting me into your community, for just being that servant leader that you are, always at 100% of support with everything I do, and becoming our lead sponsor of Building a Leadership Mindset. Let us know how your experience was on the show.
Well, first of all, congratulations on everything that you're doing. It's very clear that you are a servant leader, that people know you, like you, and trust you very easily, because it comes out of your pores. It's your aura that you walk around with, right? I remember when I first met you, again, like Deborah said, or should I say Deb, excuse me, she mentioned that you were rather quiet. And I remember you being a little bit rather quiet, when I first met you. And now your posture is powerful, and you're very magnetic in terms of when you're around, people just want to be around you because you have such a great presence, right? You're confident, you're kind, you always have a smile, you're well-spoken, you're smart, you're all of these amazing things that people are attracted to. So, kudos to you for all that you're doing. Very excited and honored to be a sponsor of your podcast, B.A.L.M. So my experience with you was pretty straightforward. I mean, I've been on so many podcasts, and your podcast is very unique in that I don't know who said it, somebody said it, that you ask great questions, right? You ask great questions, which makes it great. It's a great experience when you're asking the right questions, right? And when you do a little bit of back research on the person, and then you go in and you dive in on that, it just makes the experience better versus winging it, right? So it's very clear that you're well prepared and you know what to ask, how to ask it, when to ask it. You have a great balance in terms of letting the other person speak and you kind of engaging as well. So there's a lot of, all of that happened on your podcast. And I just love the topic of leadership. I mean, that's something I'm very passionate about. And it was just awesome. So I recommend anybody that you deem worthy to be on your podcast needs to be a guest on your show. It is phenomenal. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I just want to, continue. I think I said it throughout the week that when I first got in the room, I did say that, I was a little timid. I didn't feel like I was worthy to be in the room. So, and everybody would think that I'm an extrovert, but I'm actually an introvert. I'm more observant. But it made it really easy when you have a community like yours, the CLA, everyone I connected with there, with AMA, with B.A.L.M, when you have just great people and, as the leader of those and you're vetting them out and you know that they would be a great fit, to be able to open up, to be able to be your authentic self. And again, like I said, I asked for just a community, just bring people into my life, and God poured it, and CLA is one of them. I mean, just in that community, there's 235 plus, and I am just in awe of everything that you're doing. Congratulations on your wins. We're about to celebrate not only our book launch together in January next week, and then we're about to celebrate you in about a couple weeks from there. So I'm super excited. So I know you got a lot of things going on. Just talk to us quickly about the CLA and what do you have ready for 2023?
Yeah, so in terms of the CLA Tribe for short, right? Connected Leaders Academy, that's our nickname, the CLA Tribe. You're right, 235 members, actually 236 with the addition of, who was it today? Adam McChesney joined us from the B.A.L.M, so I'm excited about Adam, awesome guy. So there's 3 qualifications to be in a CLA. I'm not looking for everybody, right? Because you can't serve everybody, right? It's specifically there's 3 prerequisites, I guess you could say, to join. You have to be an entrepreneur. You have to have some level of success track record already, and your ego has to fit through a door, right? So we're looking for servant leaders, heart-centered individuals, entrepreneurs that understand the law of reciprocity, right? The more you give, the more you get. They understand it doesn't matter how big they are, there's always a next level. And we have people that are closer to the beginner side, that are moving quickly, aggressive go-getters. And then we have multimillionaires, 7, 8, 9-figure earners on the other end of the spectrum, and everybody in between. All different types of entrepreneurial backgrounds, from real estate investors to law attorney offices, a trademark attorney office, copywriting, coaches, authors, speakers, trainers, publishing companies, the list goes on. And it's just a hub of amazing, amazing people. And I started it for 5 reasons, Nikki. For entrepreneurs to have a hub, a community, a tribe where they can go to grow personally and professionally, to scale up their influence, because we all want to be more of an authority of, who we are in our space, right? In our industry, to move the needle in our business, more leads, more referrals, more endorsements, more clients, more of the bottom line, more money, right? To grow your business. And number 4 is to develop your skill sets, because we're all working on something. None of us have arrived. It's a community where iron sharpens iron, right? And then number 5 is a community where you're going to expand your network like never before. I'm talking about your footprint is going to start to go into 11 other countries, 36 states across the US. And it's very, very exciting. And the crazy thing, Nikki, is we're just getting started. We're just getting started. We're after 1,000 members. We have our first ever Connected Leaders Academy Global Summit next year, October 13th to the 15th. And get this, we're going to have 1,000 entrepreneurs in the house for that event. I didn't say 999. We're going to have 1,000 entrepreneurs present from all over the world, both members and non-members of the CLA. And it's going to be so exciting. We're going to have 3 celebrity keynote speakers. We're going to have a formal banquet dinner, a 5-star gala experience, red carpet style, a live entertainment on stage, an award ceremony. We're going to have a formal cocktail hour the night before with hors d'oeuvres, and on a massive scale with 1,000 plus people. It's going to be at a 5-star resort. We're looking at the MGM Grand right now in Gaylord and Gaylord National Harbor, both in Maryland. It's going to be next level. So 2023, I'm not going to be playing around. I'm not going to continue to play Till We Wins with the Bullfrog. right? I'm all in. I am done walking through life like I'm going through a tulip garden. I am ready to go to war to create massive impact into other people's lives. Because I understand the more value I can create, the more impact I can make in this world, the better off I'll be, right? And it's all about creating legacy. It's all about, for me, family. That's my why. I'm always, looking out for my wife and my 5 kids. And again, we're just getting started. So this is what I call the tip of the iceberg. Wait until you see critical mass. That's a whole nother stage, right? But right now we have the right people in the right place at the right time. And I'm just excited about what we have going on. And I don't chase anybody, right? I will open the door and I will say, hey, we should have a conversation about our community, but I'm not going to pursue it. If you are serious and you want to take your business and your professional life and your personal life to the next level, I'm telling you right now, the Connected Leaders Academy is where you want to be. Now, I'm part of like 9, I think 10 or 11 actually, other communities. I mean, I can go on with all the different names, right? I'm a part of a lot of different things because one community or one tribe is not going to serve you entirely. You're going to get something here, you're going to get something there, you're going to meet someone here. That power connection you're looking for that's going to change your life personally and professionally might be in this community over there. And you don't know who it is, where it's going to come from. But what I'm saying is this is an exciting time. So to be crazy, I'm going to level up. I'm going to expand the CLA. I'm going to launch another sales program. I have the morning, evening routine mastery program, as you know. This just launched today, actually, the 90-day battle plan, 398 pages, 90-day sprint it's a planner to level up your life. With you, as you know, I'm launching this next month with you. I'm excited. I co-authored 7 other books this year, and I'll do another 7 next year. Who knows, maybe 10. But I'm inspired by you. I'm inspired by Al Kareem, by Micheline, by Tiffany Gay. You had some, I'm not going to name everybody, but the people that you have on here, right? It's just amazing. Emilio Roman, I'm so grateful for what he's done for me with this book and all the opportunities. And, this is what we do, right? So this is what we do. This is what we signed up for. So cheers to a massive 2023 of exponential growth for everyone.
I love that. And I approve this message. I put my stamp of approval because I've seen you in action. And let me just tell you, Jose, that you have inspired me. Everything that I've done, it has been watching you and all the other leaders that I'm a part of because you really show up. You really have this vision. And it was easy for me to say, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. Hey, what's working for them that can work for me? And just the quality servant leaders that you have added to the group that, are masterminds. We have 2 calls a week. We can choose either one, but I choose to be in as many rooms. You definitely teach us that, proximity is key. I've taken that to heart. We've shared events together. We were just in Virginia. We did Flashpoint together, and there's so much more that I just can't wait. And I truly want to thank you. You have been a true critical part of my life, and you will continue to be that for me as long as we are breathing. I absolutely love you, love everything that you do. Can't wait to just see what 2023 has for the both of us as well as for our communities. And you actually inspired me to start my own Ladies of Leadership community. That was you. Just seeing what you put together and just such a masterpiece. It really has been. And I just see the growth. And I'm going to the Global Summit Platinum style. So I'm super excited about that and what that has to offer. I'm just ready. I'm ready for 2023. I'm ready to do it with you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I know you have to run, but I will forever be grateful for our connection, our friendship, our familyship, and I don't take it for granted ever. And I just love you to the moon and back.
Thank you so much for having me, Nikki. Thank you for being in my corner. Thank you for being an amazing part of the CLA tribe. Thank you for allowing me to be a sponsor. Listen, I get pitches all the time from people asking me to collaborate here, to partner here, to sponsor this and sponsor that. I can't say yes to everything, right? You have to be selective because then you're going to be spread thin and you'll end up back to square one because your money's going everywhere, right? So I stepped up for you because you have something really special. And I want you to really tap into that and be powerful you are and what you're doing. You are creating a movement. People are rallying behind you. This is such an exciting time. So you are just to a massive breakthrough that's about to change the game for you, your life, your family, and all the people that you serve. So keep going. I'm excited. You're a winner. I'm very much in your corner. Anything I can do to keep serving you and to a rising tide raises all ships, as I say, I'm here for you. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. You have a great one, and we'll see each other very soon.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you, Jose. Bye-bye. Oh my God, he made me cry as well. Jesus. I am just super filled up. I can't even tell you how my life has just changed in a short 7 months, and it's just been amazing with these beautiful, wonderful people. I am going to bring Michael back here. And Michael, my friends, how are you? And how does your 2023 look?
I'm amazing. My 2023, last year, the word in 2023, the word for the year was focus. And for 2023, I picked the word of the year to be max out. Just this is the year that there's a lot of momentum going on right now. And a bunch that's with B.A.L.M and a bunch of the other things that I've been doing, but max out and just really go all in and do things that really move the needle forward and make ever since when I turned 30, which was last year, I ended up saying, oh, like, make this the best year possible, because I noticed that people around my age, that there's two reactions. People either go, this is what 30 feels like. And then you've also got the other side of it where everybody's like, man, I'm just getting started. Like, you listen to the 90-year-old billionaire entrepreneur, they're like, oh, like, what do you plan on doing? They're like, oh, I've got 13 different projects I'm working on. They're like, everybody's like, how much longer do you plan on living? And they're like, I'm just getting started. So I was like, 30, best year ever. When I turned 31, which was this year, I was like, why not? Like, 30 was pretty good. Why not make 31 even better? And 31 into 32, and just keep on making every year better and just max out, keep on adding steam onto all the momentum and really make what I'm doing take off.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh my God, Michael. And I know we heard your story before we bring Jose on about you being diagnosed. And what I love most about your story is that you did not give up. You did not use that as a crutch to just give up on what life is really meant to be. And that's what inspired me the most. You are so smart. So you have this wisdom, you have this. And in our podcast, you absolutely blew my mind with just what you were referencing, how, your leadership, how your mindset is. And we talked about some of those people and what they think at certain, phases in their life. And you chose a conversation that you had with your dad as well about what are you going to do. And can you just tell us real quick, what was your choice? What was the question he asked you, and what was your choice?
So, when I was recently diagnosed, I had planned on like this month-long or however long joyride of all these meals and things that I knew I should cut out at some point. And my dad just asked me, he was like, hey, there's different people who are changing their diagnosis and they're getting better. You keep on doing what you're doing, but you'll end up in a wheelchair. And then he was like, the choice is yours. And then after thinking about it for a little while, I was like, he's right. And I decided to become a victor, not a victim of my diagnosis.
I love that. We should not be a victim of anything we've been through, anything we encounter, what people say about us. what people think about us. We have to be a victor to all that. And we're not proving anybody else right or wrong. We are doing it for ourselves. So many things that we do, we choose it based on what other people's perceptions are. And that's not how we need to live life. If you have this dream, this goal, this passion to make an impact, then make an impact. If you don't know how, get in community like B.L.M, CLA, AMA, all of these groups. You don't have to do this alone. And that's what I absolutely love about your story, Michael. Like, thank you so much for just being a part of my community, just being my friend, being able to, connect with me and us have a chat. Are you going to B.L.M live in March?
I'm planning on it. I'm
Okay.
doing everything that I can.
I'm
When
trying
I
to work on
talk,
that too.
right, when I talked to the long bearded guy, I forget his name, but
Gordon Melville.
yeah, Gordon, he ended up talking about a conversation he had with, and this will give you and everybody else who's listening to this a little bit of motivation, get around the right people. He talked about a conversation he had with Zig Ziglar, and when Zig was just sitting right across the table from him and they were eating, and Zig went, there's 3 things that you can do to change your life that you need to do every single year. One was that you need to read, I believe he said 4 to 6 books a year. And then, of course, Gelvin Gordon went, I'm reading that every single month. And
Yeah.
then the next one was you need to make it to 2 business conferences every single year, just because the quality of people that you're around is so much higher than anywhere else. And then he said, who are the 5 people you're around? And so I've noticed that even with some of the circles that I'm in, that after going to B.L.M live, that I was like, nobody here is where I want to be. So I was like, that means I have to surround myself with more and more people. And then when they said, oh, the next one's in March, I was like, have to make it happen. And then work on a couple of other events as well. But I'm like, whatever I have to do to get there, let's make it happen.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much, Michael. I want to publicly thank you from the bottom of my heart for being just a loving, kind person and part of my circle now. So I'm absolutely happy and honored to be in community with you and can't wait to see what 2023 looks like. So I just want to thank you so much for, making the time to come on the show. I'm going to put you back in the green room. We have one more guest and then we'll wrap it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So we have Miss Traveling Queen, the Duchess, DJ Love. Absolutely love you. How are you, honey?
Hello, Nikki. I'm so glad to see you. And I just want everybody to know that I'm so proud of you and I'm a part of your Ladies of Leadership. And if any ladies are listening to this evening or catch this on the replay, join Nikki. Nikki is very business mindset. She has tools. She has the gift to help you. She wants to help you, which that's the thing. You got to find people that has the desire to want to make you better, which she does. So I applaud Nikki on her platform and what she has going on. And I look forward to reading her book when it comes out in January.
Oh, thank you, love. Thank you so much. You are an absolute inspiration. I also met you at Flashpoint 4.0, which we had a phenomenal time getting to know each other, as well as having some breakthrough moments and some laughs, some cries, and just knowing your spirit. First of all, I was expecting the tiara today. Absolutely love it. Love that you always have hearts and you're all about connecting and just really I love your authentic self as well. You come in with like a fireball of energy, and we connected fairly quickly as well, and we bonded. And you've been on my show. You were actually the first person that was on my show live on StreamYard while you were doing your road trip.
And
So
Grand
thank
Canyon.
you. Yes, yes, yes. A beautiful sight. If you haven't seen that, that's actually on our YouTube channel or our Facebook pages. We have to get it on YouTube. So just tell me how your experience was.
I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the way you presented things. You made me feel welcome. You made me feel comfortable. Like I said, I had my mom with me for the audience to know who has dementia. So I had to leave her in the car while I was out, doing the show. But Nick, you worked with me so I could keep tabs on my mom to make sure she was okay while the sun was going down at the Grand Canyon. Because as you know, in October, especially the end of October, it gets a little chilly when the sun goes down.
Yes, absolutely. And it was just a beautiful sight. We were on, and it was just lovely, that you even took that road trip with your mom. And I just love that about you as well. It was, I think you had a couple of challenges as far as, all whatever it was, but you never let that break your spirit. And it was just amazing to have you. Now, what do you have going on for 2023?
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, 2022 has been far exceeded anything I could have imagined. So for 2023, this may seem odd to folks, but I'm scaling things down a little bit because when success comes, you want to be able to enjoy it and not be overwhelmed with it. So that's my thing. I want to enjoy this and I want to help people. That's my whole reason for having, as I call it, my gallivanting like a royal platform. I want to share tips with people to make their lives better. It's not all about me. It's about showing you the tips and tricks and hacks or whatever things that I do to live the life that I do and enjoy the many wonderful blessings that come along my way. So I want to give back. Like someone said, you got to give. You got to be an entrepreneur with a giving spirit to receive the blessings. And that way you can pass those on to others. And like Michael said just before me about Zig Ziglar gave those 3 things. Surround yourself with powerful people. The 5 people that are in your inner circle are your influencers. So if they're going nowhere, guess what? You're going nowhere. Read. Reading is the best thing I can tell people to do. I'm an avid reader, haven't always liked reading, but I read like a book a week. So my goal was 52 a year, sometimes more. So some get these real thick ones, that it takes maybe a little longer than a week. So then you have to do a short one. But that's my goal. And the other thing is you got to put yourself out there where you can meet influential people. So go to a business conference, attend them in person, virtual as well. But when you go in person, you get to really feel someone's character. If you and them will connect. And you never know, it might be a business opportunity that pops up. So you need to connect with that people, make sure that the energies are flowing in the right direction.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. But what does your 2023 look like?
2023 is looking smooth. Okay. I want to travel more. Gallivanting Like a Royal has several books that I plan to publish in 2023. I'm starting my show, Gallivanting Like a Royal show, next week, probably starting what I would call a welcome on Sunday, New Year's Day. But my show is not going to be like anybody else's. I've been told I can't do this, and I love when someone tells me I can't do it because I'm going to prove them wrong.
I love it.
Yes, because I'm going to have a show where you can actually see people. But since I travel frequently, I may not have stable internet. So therefore, it may be pre-recorded, or it may just be the podcast where you just hear us talk, or it could be a Facebook Live, because I may be somewhere there's something going on and I don't have time to say, hey, let's schedule this. We're going live now. So I'm doing things a little differently. I'm doing it my way. Again, I gallivant like a royal. So it's going to be a royal style and a royal journey. And it promises to be intriguing. And so that's kind of what I got going. That's a lot, but I want to kind of slow it down and make it go smooth and enjoy the ride.
Yes, well, I am so happy for you on everything that you're doing. I'm so happy that we are in community together in several communities, and that we are going to make 2023 the best year. While we're getting some R&R, we're taking it a little bit slow. I don't know about me, maybe I will. A lot of people just told me yesterday, like, once you get off of this, you need to relax. I'm like, I do relax. This is my relaxing, like doing my podcast, just getting in connection with people and just having a chat about what our, life goals and dreams are. It fills me up each and every day. And I just want to take a moment before I bring everybody up and before I thank you. We have some guests that couldn't be on because they're traveling, their schedule, and things like that. And I definitely want to honor them. So give me 1 second. DJ, I'm going to bring you up in just a sec. So I just want to send a shout out to Miss Manifest. Thank you so much for just being an inspiration as well, for, my growth and my journey. Arva Thomas, she is just amazing. Absolutely love her. We're connected through the Connected Leaders Academy. Carmen Gonzalez, she was one of the champs that won for her poetry back on May 22 when I met her. She's absolutely phenomenal as well. Jessica Roman from Florida, can't wait to see her. She is the motivational caker, and she is doing great things with her Yumming Coaching Factory. Absolutely love her. Andrew Savage, which is just a phenomenal person, also connected with him through the Connected Leaders Academy. Looking forward to work with him on some stuff that I have going on for next year. We actually had a conversation today, so just wanted to absolutely thank him. Tim Burt, Uncle Timmy, he has been absolutely phenomenal on just giving you those quick tips at a split second, at a drop of a dime. So I absolutely want to thank you for spreading your wisdom on B.A.L.M. And Gordon Bradecki. He is from the B.L.M community. Absolutely love him. Got to meet him as well 2 weeks ago, and love his mission, what he's doing, where, you have to listen to these people's shows on Anchor FM, anchor.fm/building leaders, because that's what we do. That's what I am. That's my mission. You are not a leader unless you're building other leaders. So definitely be in community. If you have any questions about anyone that you've seen throughout this week, contact me. I'll connect you with them, or you can find them on my Facebook friends list. I'm sure they would love to connect with you and see how they can help you. But thank you. Let me bring Duchess back up here. And Duchess, I want to personally thank you for just being awesome, being amazing, being my sister. I absolutely love you. And again, just like Micheline, we only met 2 months ago.
And instantly connected. That's what you do when you meet people live in a conference. You are drawn to the people that you need to meet. Those divine connections just happen. You don't have to make things happen. The right people will come into your world.
Absolutely. So let's bring everyone back on here. Let's see here. Oh, I'm so happy and filled. It's been absolutely amazing. And I hope my phone doesn't die at all. Because I know I had like 10% a few
Me
minutes
too.
ago. But I just want to again thank each and every one of you. And I love you. We are going into 2023 strong. Just in one word, how do you feel after this live event that we have here in celebration of you all? Because it's really not about me, it's about you, and how each and every one of you have touched my life in every way. And I am truly grateful to have you. So in one word, how would you sum up today's live? Deb.
Committed.
Anelda.
I feel blessed. I feel blessed being around all of you guys.
And thank you so much, Michael.
Momentum and grateful.
Yes. Micheline.
Humble.
Yes, I love it. And Duchess?
I have to say love. I feel love. Thank you guys for the love.
Thank you so much. And if I can sum up this in one word, it's just family. That's what we are. And I will always forever have you guys in my heart. I want to thank you for celebrating with me 5 days, 50 episodes of B.A.L.M, Building a Leadership Mindset podcast. 2023, get ready because we're going to have even more phenomenal people coming on. And if you want to join any of our communities, connect with us. Have a great night.
Good night.
Love you. Keep on
Love
striving.
you.
Pressing on.
Love you.
Love
Happy
you.
holidays.
Have a
Happy New
great-
Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Have
New
a
Year.
great one.